I remember first hearing Nevermind when a neighbor kid, I was about 13, brought over the cassette tape and put it in my boombox. I was just starting to get into Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, Guns N' Roses, and even some Led Zeppelin, and was drawn to Kurt's voice. I didn't really know why. It was really good in a completely different way than Chris Cornell's voice, or Axl Rose's voice, or even Lane Staley's voice. And at the time, I couldn't put my finger on it. It was that same neighbor kid that informed me that Kurt Cobain had died. And my reaction to that was, I gotta go listen to everything Kurt Cobain has ever sang. I was still young at this point, but as I went backward in the catalog from Nevermind, I really began to realize things about my own musicianship, even at a teenage level thinking. And in all of my music educational settings, the focus was on learn your exercises, learn this song, get the notes right, get the right technique, make sure that you can make it from start to finish, and then turn around and take your bow at the piano recital. There was this mentality burned into the way that I practiced and approached music that was very, very different than what I heard particularly Kurt Cobain project with his live performances and studio performances. Totally opposite, really. There was recklessness, abandonment, and a genuine show of frustration, angst, emotion, and vulnerability that was not present at all in how I approached music. And it's interesting, as I started to grow up and watch shows like American Idol and see other more pop-focused vocalists, not that there aren't great pop vocalists, but Kurt's voice, even though I liked it from the beginning, continued to be this light that shined brighter and brighter in my consciousness. Why am I so drawn to it? Why does this approach over here of perfection and judgment and all that seem so sterile and lifeless compared to this, even though there's way more imperfection here? That's when I realized that Kurt Cobain gave all of us musicians, particularly vocalists, a huge gift. His success, but also and primarily his vulnerability and his genuine nature, gave us permission to do the same, regardless of what our skill level is, regardless of whether we're a good guitar player or a good singer. If we can step forward and learn how to put our creative expression out there in the form of complete, genuine expression, goodness will be the result, as opposed to goodness being the pursuit.
We gotta find a way, a better way, a better way. Gotta find a way, a better way, a better way. Gotta find a way, a better way, a better way.
This is what Kurt Cobain has taught me. We don't pursue being a good musician, being a good vocalist. We pursue expression through music. And that pursuit, that journey, makes us good. So I started practicing my music, voice, guitar, piano, songwriting, all that stuff, in a completely different way. If I was going to play a song or even do an exercise, I was going to do it with a recklessness and a carefree experiential mindset, rather than trying to hit all the notes or do all the things right that I was supposed to be doing. When I took this method of practicing, I began to see that All the reasons that I was reaching for notes or trying to get a particular sound is because I was pursuing goodness. I was trying to be good so that other people would like what I did. When I went this direction of just cutting loose and giving myself permission, inspired by Kurt Cobain, to just do whatever came naturally as a form of expression based on where I was at, it all changed.
Here we are now, in a title of the stupid and contagious.
The best times for me to practice music or be engaged in my music was when I was really upset or had a bad day and needed to go somewhere else. Whereas before, if I'd had a bad day, the last thing I wanted to do was go try to achieve in music. I looked forward to being engaged in making music because it was something that I could release into instead of be expected to perform well at. This is the magic of what Kurt Cobain gave all of us, the permission to do just this. If you'd like help with your musical pursuits and your mindset, click the link below and join my free voice course. I'll help you find ways to express yourself with your voice so that using it is fun and not a chore. It's discoverability and not performance anxiety. Thank you, Kurt, for the start to this way of enjoying music.
To the ground.